sixth grade Gavin Blake is. For sixth grade.
Judge what?
Our class, sixth grade.
You mean your class in sixth grade?
No. In sixth grade also what? Ninth grade is horrible. The brain was drama. Owen is the center of Owen.
I can see that. I can
Okay.
100% see that.
Yeah,
So today we're talking about indirect proofs. So one way to prove something is indirectly. You guys kind of do this automatically all the time without thinking about it. Like if somebody said, well, it's raining outside, but then right after that, somebody walks in and they're not wet at all, what would you assume?
It's not raining.
It's not raining.
Okay.
Okay, that's like an indirect proof. So in an indirect proof, there's kind of like 3 steps.
Wait, no, they just have an umbrella.
Well, if they walk in without an umbrella and they're not wet. Okay, you assume the opposite of what you're trying to prove.
Assume the opposite.
So my example earlier was
Rain.
it's raining outside, so you would assume the opposite, so assume
It's not raining.
it's not raining.
Is it actually?
Oh, no. That example doesn't work. I'm going to have to do a different one.
Donuts are good.
It literally is.
Let's do, no, it's not raining right
It's a
now.
court case and somebody says,
He's guilty.
yeah, somebody says that they didn't kill the person.
Whoa!
Hypothetically.
He could have
Okay.
said like speeding, but no, he was like, kill.
Commit major arson.
Okay, here's an example. We can use the court case thing.
Yeah, to an orphanage.
Somebody, it's kind of like if somebody is being convicted for, or like on trial for murder, they can say, well, I can't have done it because
I don't know.
like I wasn't there. Yeah, I was
Eating
this
chips.
other place. That alibi thing. That's kind of like an indirect proof because
On my couch.
you're not directly saying you didn't do it. It's like you're saying I couldn't have done it because I wasn't even there. But you assume the opposite of what you're trying to prove, and then you show a problem. State why that's impossible.
It could have been me because I was stalking Taylor Swift.
What?
Hmm?
You're a Swift.
No. There's
said
only
he was-
one song I like and it's Love Story.
No, I'm
That's
not.
it.
That's
That's
a good
He
one.
said he was stopping her.
Okay,
Oh, I thought you said stalking. That's what I heard too.
I heard stalking too.
so
Yeah.
here, let me go back to the court case again. Listen. So I'm trying to prove I'm innocent. So assume I was guilty, but that's not possible because I was, visiting my relatives, whatever. So that's not possible. So then you say, therefore, I can't be guilty, and what I'm trying to prove is true. So
Who says I'm gonna Swift?
you show why the assumption's impossible, and you kind of sum up by saying, therefore, this has to be true. Once you show that the opposite assumption is impossible, that means the thing you're trying, the original thing must be true. It's kind of hard to think of a really good example.
So I couldn't have murdered him because the murder happened in Oklahoma and I was in California.
Yeah, something like that. That's impossible, so therefore,
I did
I'm
not
innocent.
commit the
Yeah.
Did you know Taylor Swift was born in New York?
I couldn't have.
Are we still December 14th? Are you a Swiftie or a Kelsey? 1987.
Well, I'm a Chiefs fan, so that was kind of easy.
Keep that now.
Also, I don't really.
You're a Chiefs fan?
So do you,
Yeah.
so do you hate when you're watching a touchdown and then you just see Taylor Swift every single
This
5
version
seconds?
literally just got a whole lot better.
Well, they showed her like 5 times last Sunday. So
I know, bro. It's so annoying.
I didn't really mind. It was like 2 seconds and moved on.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Okay, so on number 1, we're supposed to write the negation of each statement. You guys remember the word negation? It kind of means opposite. You like throw a not in there. So if their statement, if their statement is today is not Friday, our statement is
Today is Friday. Isn't not Friday.
today is Friday.
11.
Oh, we're doing vacation. We're writing again.
It's kind of like that logic chapter we did a long time ago.
Brett.
I do not like this.
Number 3, the integer y is even. What's the negation of that? What's it?
The integer y is on.
The integer y is odd. You're like Whitley, except for yours is writing instead of drawing.
Well, I can draw something like in 30 seconds.
Listen. What if I just want mine to look really good?
But it never does.
Yes, it does.
You say it does.
Okay.
Does it really?
On number 5, write the
That's not
contra.
fair.
Okay, what was the contrapositive? Okay, that's when we negate both things and like switch the order. That's kind of what a indirect proof is.
Oh yeah, because it's the longest one.
If the car is not out of gas.
Okay, no, you have to switch the order too.
It will
So
not start, it is not.
if the car, it says it will not start, so we're
If
gonna
it
switch to
starts.
if the car starts,
It has gas.
then it has gas.
Boom!
How is this considered enough?
Math and
It's
logic are
reason.
kind of closely
We
connected.
do not ask questions. We just thank the Lord that this is easy.
Jaden, we went over this, okay? You're
Oh man, I was ready
you're
when
with
I
us
was
to
four.
spectate.
Model language. Model language.
You're an NPC, okay?
No, Caden is an actual NPC.
Yeah, I'm about to bad.
Caden eats paper. Okay?
Christmas songs.
You got a problem with that?
I mean,
No.
Caden just despawns during lunch.
He does.
like, where does Caden go during lunch?
The world may never know.
Oh my gosh, I just realized. What if he's bad?
I think you're looking at
Number 7. So, if angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, triangle ABC is congruent to DEF. So what's the contrapositive? If triangle ABC, what?
Oh no.
Is
I've been doing 1, 2,
is not
3,
equal.
Is not congruent. So you can just
Yes.
do congruent not.
I know.
I feel like this is easy. It's just a wall.
I notice it sometimes. I just really? Yeah, I do. It's just like, just have it there.
Goofy goober.
Shh.
Oh.
Okay. On number 9, write the initial assumption for the indirect proof of each statement. So, be quiet. You have to, your initial assumption is going to be always the opposite of what they're claiming is true, the proof, like the proof line. So number 9, it says if a car has anti-lock brakes, it will not make skid marks on the pavement. So the if a car has anti-lock brakes part is like the given, you just leave that alone. But it will not make skid marks on the pavement, that's like the proof part. So we're gonna basically assume the opposite of the second part. So assume the car does make skid marks.
What are you cackling about?
Okay.
And if you're asking me what she's laughing about, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Half the time I don't even know what I'm laughing about. Mr. Jordan, tell me your favorite math class.
Sure.
I bet the first math class of your day is your favorite
you assume the opposite of what they're saying. So if a car has anti-lock brakes, assume it does make skid marks on the pavement. So we're just writing assume it.
See, ours says the second part says it will not make skid marks.
Right, it says it will not, so we're saying it does.
It's always gonna be the second part of that section.
It's the second part, yeah. So on number 10, it says if A is congruent, angle A is congruent to angle B, the line, oh, that was 10, never mind. Number 11, if Y equals 27, then 3Y is 81. 3Y equals 81. So we're going to assume what?
3y is not equal to 81.
3Y is not equal
Oh, do we
to.
have to put assume every time?
Yeah, go ahead. It's not that much. On 12, what is the opposite of greater than?
Less than.
Less than or equal to is the opposite of greater than. Well, you could put not greater than, or you could put less than or equal to. Okay. 13. Write two statements. Which two statements are contradictions? So two of these cannot both be true at the same time. Line J and K intersect. Lines J and K are coplanar. Lines J and K are parallel.
P and R.
Yes. Is it possible for lines to intersect and be parallel?
No.
No. So P and R contradictory. Okay, number 15. Angle C is acute. Angle C is not equal to 90. Angle C is obtuse. Which of those are contradictory? Cannot both be true.
P and R.
Yeah, can an angle be acute and obtuse? No. So P and R are contradictory.
Again?
Yep. P and R.
Personal record.
Okay, number 17. State whether each pair of statements is contradictory. Or not. If not, explain why not. So if it's not a contradiction, we have to give an explanation. So number 7, is this contradiction or not? God's word is truth, God's word is fallible.
Contradiction.
That is a contradiction.
It's infallible.
What does fallible even mean?
Can be
Dude,
wrong.
we literally just talked about
For real. Where have you
infallible
been in
in
Bible
Bible.
class?
Remember, it's like it's incapable of
Well, fallible means
It
you
can contain
you
no
can make
error.
mistakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
infallible literally
Yeah.
means it can't make mistakes. That's what we talked about in
Corey,
Okay, 19.
Wait, are we supposed to explain why?
No, we only give an explanation if they are not contradictory. Okay, so on 19, is it possible for triangle XYZ to be equilateral and isosceles?
Yes.
No.
So what does equilateral mean?
They're the same.
All three equal sides.
Yeah.
Oh.
Three. Okay,
I saw.
could that also be isosceles?
No.
Does it have two equal sides?
Yes.
Yes. So technically an equilateral is also an isosceles. So that is not a contradiction. And now this is where we have to actually give a reason. I kind of just said it. An equilateral triangle also has two equal sides. Two congruent sides.
So when it says under 18, A is greater than or equal to B, and A is greater than or wait, and A is less than or equal to B. Is
On
it
which
like
one are you on?
18? Is it like technically not contradictory because it says equal? Both of them say or equal to.
Yeah, because A could equal B.
Okay.
So So it's a contradiction.
No.
Okay, 21. You guys probably forgot what this means, but it says write the modus ponens or modus tollens argument
I didn't forget.
illustrated by each Venn diagram. Really?
Well, I like. Sorry.
Transitivity.
You're backing off that
Modus
statement.
ponens is like they're both opposite.
That's
No.
basically
one
what
of
he's
the
saying.
I remember.
You're kind of vaguely right.
I told you.
Okay, so you kind of look at the dot in the picture. What do we know about Sparky on 21?
He is
Sparky is not a dog or a mammal.
Okay, Sparky is not a mammal, therefore
He's not a dog.
he is not a dog.
He's a cat.
It can't be on.
Because he's not in the big circle, he's not in the little circle, basically. Sparky is not a mammal. Can't be a cat either. Therefore,
Fish.
he is not, could be a fish. I think they wanted you to just first say like, all dogs are, if the animal's a dog, then it's a mammal, then say this part. It's okay, we'll skip to this part. All dogs are mammals, you guys know that. 23.
I thought dogs
I thought they laid eggs.
They do.
Did you know a platypus lays eggs?
And that's a male.
Periods upon.
Semi-aquatic.
8-legged mammal.
4.
8-legged.
Yeah.
That's a spider.
Yeah.
Okay, 23. What can we say about -3?
That rhymes.
Well, I said 3 and 3, so
Yeah.
it's the same word.
God, did you go to red and red
Rational
rhymes?
numbers are integers.
Okay.
Then
What can we say about -3? -3
is
is
an integer.
an integer, therefore
It's a rational number.
it is rational.
It's not irrational.
Wow. This is the easiest word to spell ever. Easier than carrot.
Dog is the easiest word.
No, carrot.
Actually, I'll probably say like mom or dad, because I used to memorize 2 letters. Or 2, like T-O. Or it, or is.
Or
Easy-
A.
Easiest word to spell.
A.
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 I.
A or I.
A or I.
Okay, so 31.
Onomatopoeia.
Don't.
We'll practice one of these. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Get 'em in.
Oh my god. You're trying to make this fail math class.
Trying. We'll see if I can do it.
Alright, I know what you said.
Okay,
Congratulations.
Accomplish what you need to
I'm hoping Whitley ends up with an 89.4.
The way I would genuinely cry if that happened to me.
That happened to me. when
That
I was-
happened in math last
I
year.
had
or
an
when I was
89 point.
like, really good.
Yeah. Boy,
I've had an 89.5 before.
Not saying I'm anymore.
Okay. So it's given that angle 1 and angle 3 are not equal. The given is angle 1, basically that they're not congruent. Okay, these two are not congruent. And their statement is that the lines are not parallel. Prove M is not parallel to.
Yeah, to me.
Okay. I don't know, did you guys know that would have to be true if 1 and 3 are not congruent? Well, I don't know. You remember that alternate exterior angles are congruent and the lines are parallel?
Yes.
Okay, anyways, what do we start with on indirect proofs?
The given.
Assume, no,
What?
we don't start with the given. This is not a statement reason, this is not a normal proof.
What the heck?
You start by assuming the opposite of what you're trying to prove.
Hey, watch your profanity.
So what are we gonna, what are we gonna assume?
M is parallel to N.
Assume, line M is parallel to line N. Okay, then we're going to, like, reason until we come to a contradiction. What's our contradiction gonna be? Well, there's only one thing to contradict, that angle 1 is not congruent to angle 3. So if we can reason until we disprove that, then we say therefore our assumption is false and M and N must be parallel, or must not be parallel. That kind of makes sense? So we're assuming the opposite, we're showing that's impossible, and then we're saying therefore M must not be parallel to N. Okay, why is this not possible? Well, if the lines were parallel, what would we know?
That
One and three
one
would be
and
congruent. One
and two would be
and
congruent.
two are corresponding.
Then angle 1 would be congruent to angle 2 because, why?
because the lot, yeah.
They are
Corresponding.
corresponding angles. We use corresponding in triangles and in parallel lines. Okay, so 1 is congruent to 2. What do I know about 2?
2 is vertical angles with 3.
Angle 2 is congruent to angle 3 because they are vertical angles. Now what do I know?
That 1 is congruent to 3 because it's transitivity.
It's called the transitive property. That contradicts the given, that those two are congruent.
Wait, that contradicts the what?
Given.
The given.
The lines are not parallel. It's kind of a mouthful.
Feels good to finally be done.
How long is this going to take?
Merry Christmas.
No.
Merry Christmas.
Paxton, how'd you even find that?